This is my last video. But I've closed my YouTube channel, and I'm not going to be coming back and making YouTube videos. Hey YouTube, it's the Laughing Witch. I'm going to do another video.
We know.
What you see here is 2 days worth of mail. They're sending me Bibles and all kinds of travel, brochures. And I want to point out, this is what they do.
Right. Thanks for sharing your garbage with us. I want to point out that I and anyone else with 2 brain cells knows that this is simply your junk mail. How do we know this? I have to think your average troll is not going to put out the cash required for a bulk mail stamp machine just to harass you. This isn't a Bible, it's a paperback novel. And all this is barely enough to have fill a small cardboard box.
This is not criticism.
You're right. It's bald-faced lies. Your lies. Easily penetrable with a casual glance at the images you provide.
This is a giant nuisance.
Great, we all agree then. So stop.
But this is harassment. This isn't criticism. This isn't a debate of ideas. This is just pounding away at your life in every way they possibly can to tear you down.
Then your problem, as illustrated here, is with corporate marketing firms, isn't it? Because no one has targeted you for receiving this mess besides them. What? You think you can blame Thunderfoot and crew for your junk mail issues with impunity?
Now what you're seeing here is a response from Google, who I will not show you the people's names, but this is what they're saying.
What? The one thing that would prove you actually received this from Google, you aren't going to show us? No names and no page header? And what's this? It's their team radar? You're not reporting? You're flagging? Did they run out of capital letters? And this little gem, I will leave up to the experts, because I'm not one.
And like I said, now the investigation and the cleanup begins.
Yes, and I don't want you to be surprised, so let me help you out. Breaking Maryland wiretapping laws, international and therefore federal defamation and slander, federal commerce laws, potentially federal wire fraud. How's that, you say? You recorded and publicly presented telephone communications without the consent of both parties. Or you set up a consensual communication to enhance a fundraising effort based on the damage of a supposed non-consensual communication. You attempted to defame and or materially injure a party, a foreign national, with spurious and unfounded claims about their character. You astroturfed your own business, which is false advertising and considered illegal under the guides concerning the use of endorsement and testimonials in advertising. And need I say, any money you collected based on a story of a damaged business that is in fact false, you have committed fraud. So yes, let the investigation begin.
But having said that, I want to briefly talk about Crocoduck. And everybody's running around trying to expose me as a fraud and have not been able to do so.
1. You have already shit on the last person that was willing to help you in this community. I suggest you let it go. 2. You are a fraud. Legally speaking, you and your husband have quite adequately provided that evidence.
But I will say this. I have that entire chat log. And I did not release the entire chat log because it has sensitive information about my employees in it. And also it has some information about Crocoduck, which could dox him too.
And we all know how you, of all people, would never make a dox, or use a dox, or self-dox, right?
And since I've been doxed, I thought, that's probably a little scary. I probably should not show all of that.
Yes, you should quit the doxing when you show all the self-awareness of a gnat and end up doxing yourself.
So I only showed the part where he concocts the cock and bull story that he wants us to lie to his subscribers with.
Because quoting out of context is so narrative building.
These MR atheists are all about ethics, right? But they are liars.
Pots and kettles.
There's no ethics in these people. It's all about pounding away and harassing women and shutting them up and lying to these men to bilk them for cash.
Oh, the projection. Can you feel it?
Now, the person that he approached with this idea can step forward at any time and verify that I did not come up with this idea, but that Crocoduck did. And further, my husband has the chat log.
Yes, King Crocoduck came up with an idea to help the innocent victims you and your husband are selling for cash. Victims of your bad behavior.
I don't think he's necessarily a bad person, but he was concern trolling me.
What the fuck? He concern trolled you? Wasn't that exactly what you wanted to happen when your apology, your husband's brigading video, and your funding campaign was holding up your employees as victims? Wasn't that $3,000 you got nothing but concern troll money? Would you like to step on any more helping hands while you're at it?
So that he could be on the inside reporting how my business failed and my life was destroyed in real time.
Oh shit! You found us out. King Crocoduck was sent to ease your employees' hardships. Just to fuck you over. Yep, you got us. Message to future concern trolls. Wear red. She likes carpet.
But we fought back. We fought back.
Is this what fighting back looks like this season? 'Cause it looks more like you're spitting in the faces of your supporters after you've already insulted their intelligence.
And I really do need to mobilize as many people on this YouTube format.
After you threw Casey under the bus and drove back and forth for the last few days, you really think you're going to be mobilizing anyone except the usual suspects? Anyway, I think I've solved your debt problem. How much does cognitive dissonance cost by the truckload?
Now, just so you know, in the midst of all this, we have found out there's so many people who have been targeted by organized crime.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
Now, not simply terrorism. We're all in the mob. I think you need to get the buzzwords organized in your head.
Using Google Plus and Yelp. And what they'll do is they'll go in and start flaming your reviews and then come to you and say, well, if you want us to stop, it's going to cost you 10 grand.
And now for the next made-up story of what happened to you. Could we just cut to the chase here? You have suffered every fate worse than death imaginable and unimaginable. And it's going to cost the concerned trolls large sums of money to make your fifis all better.
But anyway, so that's my daily, these people are harassing me bullshit video.
Well, at least you got that right. It's bullshit.